銀河鉄道39エターヌル
Okay, let's finish off Chapter 2 of Volume 2 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. The title here was Shizukana Yume, Quiet, Silent Dreams. That's the name of the place they're entering. Tetsuro had wandered off to visit a hermit. There's a lot of pretext going on here. You should watch the previous VOD if you don't know what's going on. But he was talking to this hermit about these voices he keeps hearing around on this planet. And the hermit said something about, like, oh, you can see them or you can sense them. I will show you for only 30 seconds. And this little girl appeared. And she called him Tetsuro Nii-chan, Big Brother Tetsuro. And this is where we paused. She was saying, Hoshino namae wakannai. So she's saying, my name is Hoshino, but my name I don't know. So her family name is Hoshino. So there's this implication she's related to Tetsuro somehow, and that's where we pause. So let's finish this off and see what's going on here. Hoshino, again, that's his family name, Hoshino. Oni-chan no koe ga kikoete ita yo. Big Brother's voice was audible. So this is like, I could hear Big Brother's voice. Aruitari, hashimawatari, tondari wa nettari suru oto mo, warai koe mo, naki koe mo. Walking around, or running around, I guess this is like flying around and hanateri. I guess that's not yondari wa. That's hane. Jumping, leaping. Jumping and leaping. Doing sounds also. Smiling, laughing sounds also, and crying sounds also, or crying voice, laughing voice. So she's saying, like, I could hear your voice. I could hear your voice, Big Brother. The sounds of you leaping, flying around, running around, walking, and even your like laughing voice and your crying voice. Otou-san no koe mo shite ita kedo. Dad's voice also was doing, I guess, like I could hear Dad's voice too, but itsuka kikoe naku natte yoku oboete inai. Oh. Then at some day became not able to hear. So this is like, I could hear Dad's voice too, but someday became not able to hear. At some point I became unable to hear. Don't well remember. I don't well remember. I think that's oboeru. Yeah, it's this oboeru. Watashi mo umarete saereba Oni-chan to issho ni tabi ga dekita no ni ne. So she continues to talk and says, me also umarete saereba. This is something about being born, but it's conditional. Umarete sae. Okay, sae can be used as if only. It's a little bit weird to be interjected in the middle of the verbs. But this is like, I also, being born, if only existed. With Big Brother together, journey would have been possible even though, you know. So she's expressing regret. Like, even though it would have been possible to journey together with Big Brother, like if I had been born. Being born, if only existed. So that's a little bit strange. Like, if only I'd been born and existed, like I could have traveled, it would have been possible to travel with Big Brother. Okay. So it suggests that it's not like she was born and then like got killed somehow, and then now this is her spirit. It's sort of like a potential sister that he could have had, maybe. でも、平気よ。寂しくはない. But it's okay. It's calm. It's composure. It's fine. As for sadness, does not exist. ここにはたくさんのお友達がいて一緒に遊んでいるからね. As for in this place, many friends existing and together do playing. That's why. So she's saying it's fine. Sadness doesn't exist because I have a lot of friends here that I play with. Oh, she's fading. It was only 30 seconds. Dakara, nii chan wa watashi no bun made chikara ippai ikite. And so that's why, as for Big Brother, even with my portion, full of strength, live. So she's like, it's like a command. So that's why, Big Brother, you've got to live with all your strength, even for my portion. Again, suggesting she's not alive, so he should live for her. Aete nani shikatta wa Tetsuro nii-chan. Being able to meet, this is like happiness. It's not yorokobu. What is this? Oh, it's on the tip of the tongue. Oh, it's urashi. It's just happiness. Urashi. So this is able to meet was happiness, Big Brother Tetsuro. So I'm happy we're able to meet. Oh, there she goes. Is that yokaku? Which is like an illusion, a phantom? No, not yokaku. What is this? No, genkaku. No, that's not right. No, it is genkaku. Okay. So, genkaku? A hallucination? An illusion? Genjitsu da. It's the present truth. It's the present truth, like reality. Koko wa umarete kuru koto no dekinakatta kodomo tachi ga kuru hoshi da. Okay. It's the reality. It's reality. As for this place, children who were not able, the event of coming to be alive, coming planet it is. So this is a planet where children who weren't able to be born come. Kimi no imoto ni namae ga nai no mo umareru koto ga dekinakatta kara ni shigai nai. Okay, so to your little sister, name not existing, that also, being born event, not possible because it's not different. So he's saying it's not different for your little sister to not have a name because it wasn't possible for her to be born. Kimi no imoto ni namae ga inai no mo umareru koto ga dekinakatta kara ni shigai nai. Yeah. So it's not different because it wasn't possible for the event of your sister to be born like without a name. or the event of being born. Okay. お父さんやお母さんは名前を考えていただろうが、今となっては永久に知る術はない。Okay, so father and mother, as for them, a name thinking, probably, but as for becoming now, eternally knowing, as for that ought to know does not exist. Sube in this case means like a way or method. So as for a way or means to know, eternally will not exist. So again, like the mother and father probably thought of a name. They probably were thinking of a name, but as for it is now, no way of knowing exists what that is, what that name was. Ima to natte, again, literally like becoming now. Ima to naru. Okay, we're not just going to see that. That's fine. Okay, wow, that's nice and depressing. Yeah, all right. わしはここにいつまでもいて、子供たちを見守るのが、何目じゃ。This is like roller duty. Is it mitome? I can never remember. Mitome, matome, motomo. Okay, it's none of those. Well, what is this? Tsutome. Okay, not even close. Service duty. Okay, the meaning was clear. As for me, in this place, always existing. So I'm always here. And it's the duty, the responsibility. It's my duty, responsibility for watching over the children. Mimamoru is to watch and protect. So that is my duty, the watching and protecting of the children and being here always. Kujikeru na yo, Tetsuro. Kujikeru na yo. Don't kujikeru. Oh, that's to be crushed or to lose heart or whatever. Yeah. Don't be crushed. Be broken. So, kujikeru na yo, Tetsuro. He is looking a little bit crushed. Imoto no bun made iki nuke yo. Even your little sister's portion, live, survive, or ikiyo, ikinuke. Yeah, live through, survive, even for your little sister's portion of life is the implication. Kondo no teki wa kikai ningen yori wa tetsuyoi yo zo yo. As for the next time's enemy, or as for this time's enemy, as for more than the machine humans, strong is. So the enemy this time is way stronger than the machine humans. Isn't Tetsuyoi? Yeah. Strong, resolute. Okay. お兄ちゃん。お兄ちゃんはいつか光を追い越し時間を追い越して走る時が来るわ。So we get a little bit of an echo from her, and she is saying, Big brother, as for Big brother, someday surpassing the light? oikosu? Yeah, someday overtaking the light, passing the light. This is like outstripping. This is like to chase and like exceed. Outstripping, outpassing time, doing that, and running time that is coming. Hashiru toki? Hashiru toki. Okay, so hashiru can mean to run, to travel, to hurry to. That could be like you're hurrying to the time that is arriving where you're going to outpass, outstrip time, outstrip light at some point. Retreat, run away from home, elope, tending heavily towards, maybe that's it. Or just traveling. In any case, again, that you're tending heavily towards the time that it's coming, it's approaching, where you will, again, outstrip, surpass time and outstrip light at some point. Obateite ne, ni-chan. Remember, big brother. Like, remember me. Or maybe she's just saying remember. Obateite ne, ni-chan. Remember. Okay, well. Okaeri na Tetsuro. Welcome back, Tetsuro. So remember, Meitoru very unusually said she was not going to join Tetsuro. And even before they both got off the train, she had unusually said, it's okay if you don't get off here, if you don't leave the train. Okay, he doesn't say much until they're both on the train. Boku ni imoto ga ita nante, mada yume o miteru mitai da yo. To me, a sister existing, like, how could that be? How could I have had a sister? Still a dream, seeing it's like that. So it's like I'm still having a dream. Meitoru wa shitte ita no? As for Meitoru knowing, like, did you know this? Yes. Oh, Karo kara Ryu-san ni natta no. Is that Karo? Overwork, strain, Karo. Ryu-san ni natta. Is that not Ryu-san? What else could it be? Ryu... Sho? Ryusei? Well, that's the Ryu I want, so let's grab that. There it is. Of course, Ryu-san. Okay. So somehow she knows this. Somehow she knows this. So she is saying, Karo kara Ryu-san ni natta no. So from overwork, from strain, it was becoming towards miscarriage. So that's somehow she knows this about Tetsuro's mother. Okaasan no karara ga. This is to endure. Wasn't able to endure, basically. Wasn't able to endure anymore. Tae? Taekire? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Okaasan no karara ga taekire nakatta no. Mother's body not able to endure. 必死にお腹の赤ちゃんを守ろうとしたけど、tried to do protecting a baby inside the belly desperately, but あの頃の生活覚えてるわね。Oh, but that time's lifestyle remembering, aren't you? So she's saying, you remember what life was back then, how hard it was, is what the implication was. So, interesting. Meitoru knows this. Ikite kuretara tanoshikatta shi. If had done the favor of living, like, would have been fun, would have been enjoyable. He's saying, like, it would have been great if she were alive, his little sister. It would have been wonderful, enjoyable, fun. 生活が苦しくても、なんとでもしてやったのに。The lifestyle, even being harsh, the lifestyle, なんとでもしてやったのに. I guess, like, would have done something, even though we would have done something, even though the lifestyle was harsh. なんとでも. Yeah. Doing whatever, even though we would have done whatever, even though the lifestyle was harsh. Okay. 星の梅も一緒に連れて行ってやれたのに. Even also towards the Sea of Stars, together, taking along, would have done, even though I would have done the favor of would have been able to do the favor of bringing along together into the Sea of Stars. Kokoga Shizukana Yume te namae no ga yoku wakatta yo. This place, Quiet Dreams, the name being well understood. You know? So I've come to well understand the name of this place being Silent Dreams or Quiet Dreams. Umarete. There's our progress on the manga. Bad timing. 生まれてくることのできなかった大勢の赤ちゃん、友達が夢と一緒にここにいるんだ. So I've come to well understand the name of this place being Silent Quiet Dreams, and he goes on to expound that it's the... Hey Deku, how's it going? A timer? What? I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Being born and coming event not being possible, great number of babies, children, dreams together to this place existing. That's what it is. So he's understanding that this place is the place where these children, large numbers of babies or children who weren't able to come to be born, are existing together with dreams. Yume to ishoni. They're existing here with dreams. Okay. And they look out of the train, and we get a tall panel here. Tetsuro, このたくさんの足音を見てごらん. So Meitoru says, Tetsuro, these many footprints look at. Look at these many footprints. So these are all footprints. Sugata wa mienai kedo, minna genki de yume to issho ni hashimawatte ru no yo. As for shape or form, not able to see, but all healthily in a healthy way, or all being healthy with dreams together, running around are doing. That's what it is. So she uses the same sort of phrase here, yume to isho ni, like together with dreams. So again, like we can't see the children, but they're all in a healthy way, or they're all being healthy and running around together with dreams. Oh boy. And we get this image out into the distance. There's that flower field there at the bottom and all the little children footprints and handprints. I see a couple little sneaky handprints. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's gone back out to look at all the little footprints. そりゃすごいや。なんて数だろう、足音の。As for that, it's incredible. What numbers, right, of footprints? So he's like, again, nante yatsu, nante kazo. What numbers could there be of the footprints? 今も身の回りに大勢いるんだ. Even now, towards one's own surroundings, many existing it is. So even now, there's like a lot existing around me. And he means he's talking about the children. He's not talking about the footprints. He's talking about the children. Oze refers to large amounts of people existing. どうかこの星がいつまでも子供たちに優しく安らかで平和でありますように. Okay, so どうか somehow this planet always children to children, gentleness, peacefulness, and like peace, with peace in the manner of existing. She is not saying that they are doing that because she's saying arimas. If she were saying the children are doing that, it would be imas. So this arimas yoni, she's wishing them in that manner to say, like somehow for this planet, may it be in the manner of always the children being kind, gentle, peaceful, calm, in harmony, and that. Okay. We're switching scenes now back to the inside of the train, and we get Kanon and Shasho, the conductor, inside the train. And Kanon is making a comment here, looking at something. Uh-oh. Keiho, warning, warning. Kyodai Sentokan Sekkin, a giant spacecraft is approaching. Sugu Joku ni kimasu. Soon, immediately, to the upper atmosphere will go, or will come to. Or it will arrive soon in the upper atmosphere. Joku. Or in the skies, but upper part of the air. Yeah. So it's approaching. Soon, immediately, will come to the upper air, upper atmosphere. Huh? Oh. Okay. And by sugu, they really did mean immediately. Ah! That's Tetsuro. And then we get Emeraldasu. So that's Meiteru. It's Emeraldus. Or at least that's what she's saying. Remember, up until now, we have continually got this statement. We've seen Harlock and everyone else And it's been continually, we don't know where Emeraldus is. So this is the first Emeraldus sighting. Actually, you can see the blimp is holding like a ship. Like a classic sailing ship under there. Remember, Harlock's ship is more like a spacecraft, but it's got the end of like a classic Spanish galleon pirate ship. This one is a blimp that's holding a ship. So we get another big page here with the ship breaking out of the panel there. Nice. All right, let's zoom in and see what they're saying here. I think we're getting close to the end. Yeah, we've got 3 more pages left. So pretty good. 完全な無音高校だ. Basically, it's like perfectly silent. We'll come back to how to actually pronounce that. この星の子供たちを気になっているんだね. Okay, so it's perfectly, again, like navigation without a sound. Silent navigation. It's not muoto. Muon. Soundless koko? That is koko. Navigation, cruise, sailing. So, 完全な無音高校だ. This planet's children, this is like protecting or knowing about or, what is this? I'm blanking on this one. Tsukai. Oh, Kitsukai. That means just to be aware of then. Yeah. So again, この星の子供たちを気遣っているんだね. This planet's children doing consideration, isn't she? Or aren't they? 39も見えるはずだし、私たちにも気がついているはずなのに。Come on, Don, not right. なぜ姿を見せながらエメラルダスは先を急ぐのかしら? Okay, so even the 3-9, also the 3-9 being visible ought to be. And also to us ought to be noticing. So Meitoru is making a comment about Emeraldus, saying the 3-9 ought to be visible, she ought to be able to see it, and ought to be able to notice us also. Even though that, in spite of that, why, while not showing form, meaning like showing herself, as for Emeraldus, I wonder why rushing ahead or hurrying ahead. So the ship is still continuing on, and Meitoru is confused. Like, even though that they're visible, the train's visible, Emeraldus is not showing her form, not appearing, but she's rushing ahead. And like no kashira, we don't see that very often from Meitoru. This is a very clear, like, I have no idea what's going on. I wonder what this is. でも、次の駅では必ず会えます. However, as for at the next station, without fail, we'll be able to meet. So we will definitely meet at the next station. あそこは恐ろしいところですものね。理由がそこでわかる. As for that place, meaning as for the next station, as for that place, it's a horrific, terrifying place. You know? Reason in that place will understand. I guess, as she's saying, like, I guess we will come to know that the reason at that place. Okay, interesting. 発車いたします。静かに、静かに. So Shasho is saying, well, train departure doing, quietly, quietly. So he's just telling them that they're about to leave, so to be quiet. Zoom out here so you can see these little... Kibue mo narashimasen akumade shizuka ni. Even the train whistle will not blow, will not sound. Akumade, like to the worst? To the bitter end, toward quietness. Be quiet. それがいいわ. That is good. So Meitsuda just comments there. There's the train, and there's the little sister. Okay. Bye-bye. Sedge. All right. That's the last page here. This is the end of the chapter. There they are, leaving the Shizuka na Yume planet, the quiet, silent dream planet. Oh, all right. Let's zoom in and see what our final heart-wrenching farewell here is going to be. Wakase Shizuka na Yume wa naze ka sono shozaiが時々変わって見つからなくなることがあると旅人は言う. Okay, this is something about travelers say about the planet. Let's see. So the planet, as for the planet, quiet dreams. Why? That planet's existence sometimes changing. What did I say? Josai? Josai? Shozai, whereabouts. Okay. なぜかその所在が時々変わって見つからなくなることがあると人々は言う. Okay, so again, as for the planet, quiet dreams, why that whereabouts of the planet sometimes changing, so its whereabouts apparently sometimes change, but why that happens, 見つからなくなる, and becoming not discoverable event existing, as for travelers, that's what they say. So travelers say that, I guess, this planet, why? なぜかそのところが不安定? Oh, I guess, like, as for travelers, they say, why does the planet's whereabouts sometimes change? It's the event of becoming not discoverable. That's what they say. Okay, so, 誰かの意志が働いて生まれてくることができなかった子供たちの静かな夢をそっとしておくために、移動させているのだという伝説もある. All right, this is all one idea here. So somebody's will, somebody's volition working and coming to be born event, not being possible, children's quiet dreams, quietly for the purposes of doing, transfer being done, That's what it's that sort of a legend also exists. Okay. So there's also a legend that says that the transfer of the planet, the movement, the transition of the planet is being done for the purposes of quietly of doing quietly the quiet dreams of the children that weren't possible for the event of being born. I guess that all of that moves or works with the volition, the will of somebody. Yeah. So the legend is that it's the will or volition of somebody that makes the planet be moved. Yeah. Sotto is just quietly. Yeah, for the purposes of like leaving them in quiet. The quiet dreams, meaning the planet of the children not possibly being born. Okay. So again, there's this idea that this legend also exists, that it's the will of somebody, tareka no ishi, that makes this movement happen. Or the movement is being done by the will of somebody. So for the purposes of allowing the children that weren't able to be born on Shizukana Yume to be left alone in quiet. ちなみに、千人、大千人は昔偉大な科学者だったというか、今では誰もその名を覚えている者はいない。Okay, we're now going to be talking about the hermit. ちなみに。By the way, incidentally, as for the great hermit, a long time ago, a grand, impressive scientist existed, that sort of a thing. As for now, nobody that name remembering as for people exist. Okay. Yeah. So this is like, and by the way, as for that great hermit, a long time ago, I guess it was a thing of him being a great scientist. But now, as for with now, nobody, a person that remembers that name doesn't exist. Nobody remembers what his name was.
Hello there.
Hello there. Poke, 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 poke. 静かに消えていた。何見深い男だ。What is this? Tsutsushimu, to be discreet, to be careful, to do in moderation. And tsutsumi fukai or bukai, tsutsumi bukai is deeply discreet. So discreet, modest, caution. Okay. So this is tsutsumi bukai otoko da. Is a deeply discreet man that vanished into quietness. Into quietness, vanishing, deeply discreet man it is. So they're talking about the hermit. That's the type of person he is. And I guess the name, it's just vanished into quietness. Okay. Interesting. Well, there we go. Very sad story again. We saw a similar story in the first series where they visited a planet that had all of the spirits of passed away pets. That was a sad one too. This is probably worse just because it's his sister that he found out that was never born. Oh, all right. Well, there we go. That was the end of chapter 2. I'm sure they'll get happier from here, right? Anyway, next chapter will be chapter 3. Looks like we'll get a little bit of brief color on this chapter. We'll see what that one's about. I think this is a really long chapter. Yeah, it's going to be like 60, almost 70 pages. So we'll have to break this upcoming chapter into a bunch of segments, but we will start with that and see what the title is here, preview there, next time.